Blake Lively in another bust-up, with actress locked in feud with Joanna Gaines over security fiasco at Texas hotel.
Have you ever wondered what really happens when Hollywood stars leave Los Angeles and step into small-town America? You'd expect a quieter setting, maybe a chance to escape the spotlight. But in the case of Blake Lively, that quiet weekend in Waco, Texas, turned into a headline-grabbing fiasco that's shaking her reputation to its core. Rumor has it she faced off with none other than Joanna Gaines in a feud that no one saw coming. And here's the twist. This shocking incident might only be the tip of the iceberg. Industry whispers say Blake Lively's meltdown at a cozy Texas hotel didn't just sour her relationship with Joanna Gaines, it exposed a troubling pattern of behavior stretching back years. Was it a simple misunderstanding blown out of proportion? Or is this just the latest chapter in a spiraling saga of secrets, feuds, and downright bizarre conduct? Keep watching, because what we're about to uncover goes far beyond one embarrassing outburst. For many travelers, Waco, Texas is not the first place you'd expect to spot an A-lister. It's a quiet city known for Baylor University, a few historical landmarks, and of course, Joanna Gaines's Magnolia Empire. So when Blake Lively, fashion icon, actress, and social media sweetheart, showed up at Hotel 1928, people took notice. Especially because this elegant boutique hotel is owned by Joanna Gaines herself, star of Fixer Upper and the reigning queen of rustic chic design. At first, no one understood why Blake chose to stay there during South by Southwest, given that SXSW was held in Austin, roughly an hour and a half away. Was she hoping for a discreet hideaway? Local staffers say that if privacy was the goal, Blake sure didn't act like it. She apparently swept into the lobby as though it were her personal runway, loud enough to catch everyone's attention. Some witnesses described her arrival as grandiose, borderline theatrical. In the midst of this, a guest named Caitlin, someone who wasn't a star, influencer, or anything more than a casual vacationer, checked into the hotel with her mother. It was meant to be a healing trip after Caitlin experienced a devastating miscarriage. Hotel 1928 had always been on her bucket list, primarily because she adored Joanna Gaines and wanted a peaceful getaway. The last thing she expected was a run-in with a Hollywood celebrity. One evening, Caitlin was allegedly caught filming a fleeting 5-second clip of the hotel's lobby. At most, Blake could be vaguely seen in the background, no clearer than a passing silhouette. But the moment Blake noticed even the possibility that someone had a camera pointed in her direction, everything escalated. Rather than quietly addressing the situation, Blake reportedly zeroed in on Caitlin like a personal paparazzo, turning the tables in a way that felt downright intimidating. The real drama kicked in at checkout. While Caitlin loaded her bags into her car, Blake marched out with her phone raised, filming Caitlin and her vehicle, license plate and all, without so much as a polite introduction. A security guard hovered ominously nearby. Imagine expecting a restful weekend, only to have a world-famous actress recording you as though you were the threat. Caitlin later confided to friends and family that she felt shaken, creeped out, and powerless to do anything but leave. Locals in Waco were quick to talk, calling Blake's behavior over the top, dramatic, and even delusional. Some quipped that she must have thought Hotel 1928 was her personal Buckingham Palace. Rumors then began swirling about a possible blow-up between Blake and Joanna Gaines, perhaps because, as one staffer claimed, Blake blamed the hotel for not giving her the high-profile treatment she believed she deserved. Red carpets, blocked-off floors, private entrances, none of it happened. According to eyewitnesses, Blake was furious that she was forced to enter and exit through the same lobby everyone else used. No official statements have emerged from Joanna Gaines or her team. But silence in this case can be deafening. Joanna's known for her warm, down-to-earth approach, both in her personal life and her wildly successful Magnolia brand. If Joanna is pointedly refusing to comment or collaborate with Blake after this fiasco, it sends a strong signal that something indeed went very wrong behind those boutique hotel doors. Why does one meltdown in Texas matter? It might be easy to write off the incident as a bad day, but for those who followed Blake Lively's career, it appears to be part of a larger pattern, a pattern of alleged narcissism, control, and manipulative behavior that keeps surfacing. Back when Blake starred on Gossip Girl, rumors swirled that she was notoriously difficult to work with. Fellow cast members and crew allegedly found her self-importance unbearable. Multiple blind items popped up hinting she had issues with co-stars, demanded special treatment, and would go to great lengths to overshadow everyone else. Some chalked it up to young Hollywood ego. But looking back now, these smaller flags might have been warning signals of bigger storms ahead. Then there's Ryan Reynolds. The image he projects to the world is charming, sarcastic, philanthropic, almost too good to be true. And some insiders say it really is just that, too good to be true. Hollywood gossip blogs have long speculated that Ryan's nice guy persona is nothing more than a carefully honed act. He's faced allegations of cheating on Scarlett Johansson with Blake, as well as stepping out with yet another actress around the same time. Even more disturbing are the stories about Ryan's relationship with his late father, who suffered from a debilitating condition. Ryan often speaks publicly about supporting research foundations and raising awareness, yet rumors claim he let his father live out his final days on a virtual stranger's couch rather than offering him the best care money could buy. While no, one can know the complexities of that family dynamic, the allegations paint a far less sympathetic portrait than the one we usually see on talk shows. All these tales might have remained whispers if not for the persistent pattern of hush tactics. Fans who've tried to post about these controversies on social media say their accounts get swarmed by trolls, some of which suspiciously resemble PR plants. Others mention articles about the Reynolds' lively romance timeline mysteriously disappearing. Hollywood watchers suspect a well-funded machine working around the clock to preserve the squeaky clean brand that made them a power couple. While the meltdown at Hotel 1928 spread through tabloids like wildfire, the person most directly and unwillingly involved, Joanna Gaines, opted to remain silent. Her brand, Magnolia, is worth millions, and her series of TV shows have turned Waco into a tourist destination for fans of home improvement. She has a spotless reputation for being wholesome, family-oriented, and drama-free. Many believe Joanna's refusal to engage speaks volumes. She's no stranger to the limelight, but she also knows how to manage her boundaries. According to one insider, the original reason for Blake's stay was a business meeting, perhaps some collaboration or creative venture. After the fiasco with Caitlyn, rumors spread that Blake threw a fit behind closed doors, criticizing Joanna and her staff for not offering special VIP accommodations. Here's the kicker. Joanna apparently has very little tolerance for that sort of high-maintenance Hollywood behavior. She's built her empire on approachability and sincerity, so locking down entire floors for a single celebrity was never on the table. If that's truly what Blake wanted, it clashed with Joanna's brand from the start. What's more revealing is that no public apology or explanation followed from Blake's camp. Instead, everything was overshadowed by that footage of Blake filming a hotel guest's license plate. Word in Waco is that Joanna quietly cut ties, deciding it's not worth the headache or negative press to pursue any partnership. Her calm, measured reaction might be more damaging to Blake's public image than any formal statement could ever be. Whenever Blake Lively finds herself in hot water, fans notice a suspicious pattern. The media suddenly explodes with random headlines about her famous friends. Chief among them is Taylor Swift, one of the biggest pop stars on the planet. Blake has touted her friendship with Taylor for years, even naming her as auntie or godmother figure to her children. The closeness seemed like a convenient shield, as if to say, I must be a good person if Taylor Swift loves me. Then, there was that paparazzi setup in Rhode Island. Taylor owns a massive beachside mansion in Watch Hill, famously protected by security measures that make it nearly impossible for an opportunistic photographer to get a clean shot. Yet in August of a recent year, perfectly timed photos emerged showing Blake and Ryan strolling into Taylor's home, waving at cameras in a meticulously framed scene. It seemed too staged to be random. Not long after, people started digging up stories about how Blake and Ryan might be using Taylor's good name to deflect negative press. Whenever rumors of Blake's controlling behavior at film sets or spats with co-stars resurface, a new wave of headlines about Taylor Swift's rumored relationships or public outings appear, effectively drowning out the buzz. Some call it press flooding, bury the scandal beneath a bigger, more attention-grabbing storyline. But now, with the fiasco at Hotel 1928 and ongoing tensions behind the scenes, there's talk that even Taylor Swift might be forced to testify if certain legal battles escalate. Suddenly, the squeaky clean BFF brand is at risk. Taylor's team, known for its ironclad planning and careful image curation, has remained silent. No tweets of support, no Instagram comments, no nod in concert speeches. Could it be that Taylor is just as blindsided as everyone else by Blake's meltdown and is now stepping away to protect herself? One of the biggest controversies to swirl around Blake Lively lately is tied to the film adaptation of It Ends With Us, originally spearheaded by director Justin Baldoni. Early announcements played up the collaboration, with fans expecting a heartfelt adaptation of a beloved novel. Then came rumblings of disagreements that escalated into legal disputes, re-edits, and a massive behind-the-scenes power struggle. Sources allege that Blake insisted on overriding Justin. Baldoni's creative decisions, recutting scenes, and even attempting to reshape the entire marketing approach. The situation got so messy that Justin reportedly compiled a treasure trove of receipts, text messages, emails, and timeline breakdowns documenting every push and pull. When the case went to court, a judge ruled that Blake's text messages from a specific date onward were admissible evidence. That's thousands of messages in which she may have spoken about controlling the narrative, using Taylor Swift's name for leverage, or pressuring certain cast members. Some even whisper that she attempted to rope in Taylor Swift's music and claimed the singer demanded the original composer be fired, an assertion that might have been pure fiction. This bombshell revelation means the Blake Lively problem isn't just gossip anymore. It's a legal matter with tangible evidence. Whether or not Taylor Swift is forced to testify, the mere possibility indicates how deep this saga goes. Being friends with a global pop star might win you points in public, but it won't help if the court demands the truth. Meanwhile, industry veterans say the tide is turning against Blake and Ryan. It's one thing to have a carefully polished image. It's another to wage open war on unsuspecting hotel guests, chase them with a camera phone, and then try to bury the story. With each new scandal, more people come forward sharing their own uncomfortable encounters. Some of Blake's once close companions appear to be backing away. Even Gigi Hadid, who was photographed with Blake in the past, has said nothing. Taylor remains unreachable on the topic. Entertainment sites that used to gush over Blake's outfits and Ryan's comedic one-liners are running stories about rumored meltdown after meltdown. On top of that, older stories about Ryan's alleged misdeeds have resurfaced, painting him as manipulative, controlling, and opportunistic. Gossip columns revisit claims that he used strategic relationships and choreographed stunts to climb the Hollywood ladder. With both halves of this power couple under suspicion, their meticulously constructed brand of funny family next door is losing credibility fast. All these incidents, from Gossip Girl drama to the Texas hotel fiasco, suggest a long-standing pattern. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are not the laid-back, philanthropic pair they present to the world, at least according to detractors. Stories of hush money, blacklisted articles, and twisted narratives abound. Remember the days when the tabloids were full of conspiracies about Blake's romantic timeline? Suddenly, she was dating Leonardo DiCaprio for a summer, just in time to cover up chatter about hooking up with Ryan while he was still married to Scarlett Johansson. Then that fling ended and Blake magically appeared on Ryan's arm. Some labeled it a PR soap opera, orchestrated to keep eyes off the real scandal, alleged infidelity. Even so, the narrative largely favored Blake and Ryan. Thanks to relentless spin, they overshadowed the negative with curated images of themselves as an adorable couple, always joking on Twitter, always praising each other's parenting skills. But as old blind items get re-examined, more fans and Hollywood insiders are calling them out for hypocrisy. Now, watchers are seeing the Waco meltdown as part of that broader puzzle. If Blake is so paranoid about anyone catching unflattering footage of her, why was she so willing to film a random hotel guest's license plate? It's not about privacy, skeptics say. It's about control. As it stands, Blake Lively is in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. She arrived at Hotel 1928 expecting VIP treatment in a quiet Texas town, allegedly had a full-blown meltdown when she didn't get it, and wound up clashing with Joanna Gaines, the last person you'd expect to be part of a Hollywood feud. Meanwhile, local witnesses, staff members, and unsuspecting guest Caitlyn have their own accounts of what happened, painting a disturbing portrait of entitlement and intimidation. Yet this single incident barely scratches the surface. From Justin Baldoni's film disputes to rumored manipulations involving Taylor Swift's name, Blake's meltdown in Waco looks like one piece of a much larger, messier jigsaw puzzle. And we haven't even fully delved into the contradictory stories around Ryan Reynolds, the nice guy who might be anything but. Together, they've cultivated an image so meticulously that many believed it was genuine. Now, those illusions are cracking. Where do they go from here? In Hollywood, reputations can crumble overnight. If the text messages from the It Ends With Us legal battle truly reveal behind-the-scenes manipulations, or if Joanna Gaines quietly blacklists Blake from any future ventures, the fallout could be enormous. There's also the not-so-little matter of Taylor Swift potentially being dragged into court. If that happens, any shred of camaraderie left between Blake and Taylor could vanish. Is this meltdown the end of the line for Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds as a beloved power couple? Or will their PR team manage yet another great escape, drowning the scandal in positive headlines and carefully staged photo shoots? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: the drama is far from over. Till the dust settles, every new rumor, blind item, and insider reveal puts another crack in Blake's once polished facade. So what do you think? Is Blake Lively truly the wronged party she so often paints herself to be? Or is she the architect of her own downfall, dragging unsuspecting bystanders and even her famous friends into the wreckage? When Hollywood titans tumble, they tend to do so in the most spectacular fashion. And judging by the storm of lawsuits, alleged cover-ups, and feuds swirling around Blake and Ryan, this spectacle is far from its final act. Stay tuned, because if history has taught us anything, it's that every time Blake or Ryan tries to bury one scandal, another shocking rumor rises to take its place. With legal documents looming and Hollywood watching, the next chapter in this saga could be the one that changes everything, or exposes more than anyone ever bargained for.